The day the Council discovered Earth's apex hunters were the last hope. I am Vainal, Speaker of the Galactic Council, voice of 1,000 systems. I have presided over debates that decided the fate of empires, listened to pleas for mercy and declarations of war. But nothing prepared me for the day we discovered the truth about Earth and its apex hunters. 1. The war that broke us. The Kreel came like a tide of fire. Worlds fell in days, fleets shattered like glass. No strategy held, no line endured. Our proudest warriors, Drakari juggernauts, Sithrek fanglords, Yulari marines bled the Kreel by the thousands, yet for every enemy slain, 10 more rose. The council chambers became halls of mourning. And at last, the unthinkable was spoken aloud. We are losing. 2. The desperate proposal. It was the Talith delegate who first suggested it. A small voice, trembling but resolute. There is one option left. The humans. The chamber erupted. Humans are a myth. Deathworlders too unstable to join the council. Savages, predators, dangerous even to allies. I struck the gavel, silencing them. Explain, I demanded. The Talith delegate bowed. Legends say their world forged hunters beyond reason. Apex predators who survived storms, beasts, famine, and war. They adapt, endure, fight when all others fall. If the Kreel cannot be stopped by strength or numbers, perhaps only such beings can. I wanted to dismiss it. But the silence in the chamber told me all others saw the truth. We had no other choice. 3. The mission to Terra. A fleet was dispatched to the coordinates whispered in forgotten archives. Through storms of radiation and uncharted void, we found it. Earth. Blue and green, scarred and beautiful, a jewel born of violence. We landed not in cities of glass or towers of steel, but among forests alive with predators. Wolves howled. Eagles circled. Even the air felt sharp. And then we saw them. Humans. 4. First contact. They approached us without fear. Soft-skinned, unarmored, yet carrying weapons crafted with simplicity and deadly intent. Their eyes were what struck me most: alert, unyielding, filled with the quiet fire of beings who had stared death in the face and refused to blink. Their leader introduced himself simply. Captain Elias Hale, Earth Defense. Defense. Not offense. And yet, every movement screamed of war readiness. We explained the Kreel. The dying worlds. The need for warriors beyond measure. Hale listened. Then he smiled faintly. So, you want hunters. 5. The demonstration. The council insisted on proof. And humans, it seemed, had no shortage to offer. We were taken to a training ground. There, with nothing but rifles and blades, they demonstrated tactics that baffled our generals. Ambushes, feints, mobility, psychological warfare. They fought not as soldiers bound by formation, but as predators weaving chaos. A Kreel warbeast, captured for study, was released as test. It towered above them, armored hide thick as ship plating. Our guards prepared to intervene, certain it would slaughter them. The humans only grinned. They swarmed it not with brute force, but with precision. Blades in joints, fire in eyes, movement so coordinated yet unpredictable it seemed instinctual. In minutes, the beast lay dead, thrashing in its final spasms. The humans laughed. Laughed as they wiped blood from their faces. The council delegation, hardened veterans all, sat in stunned silence. 6. The revelation. That night, Hale explained. We're not the strongest. Not the fastest. Not the toughest. But we don't quit. We hunt. We adapt. We make the fight ours. He gestured to the scars on his arms. Pain teaches us. Loss hardens us. Death chases us, but we keep running. And sometimes, We turn and hunt it instead. I understood then. They were not myth. They were not fragile. They were deathworlders, apex hunters shaped by a planet that had tried for millennia to kill them and failed. 7. The first deployment. Skepticism lingered, but desperation overruled. A regiment of humans was deployed alongside Yulari Marines at the Battle of Veyro's Cradle. The Kreel outnumbered them 20-1. The Marines prepared for massacre. But the humans did not form walls. They vanished into the ruins, using shadows, sound, and fear. The Kreel, mighty in open war, faltered when the prey became predators. Ambushed, harried, driven into kill zones, they broke. When dawn came, the field was littered with Kreel corpses. And the humans stood, blooded but smiling. The Marines whispered of demons. The Kreel began to retreat when they heard human laughter. 8. The turning tide. Battle after battle, humans turned defeat into victory. Their tactics spread like wildfire, reshaping how we all fought. They taught us ambush, sabotage, psychological warfare. They showed us how to win not with numbers, but with will. But more than that, they showed us something we had forgotten. Resilience. When Kreel fire burned cities, humans rebuilt overnight. When fleets fell, humans scavenged, adapted, struck back. When soldiers died, their comrades raised a toast, laughed through tears, and fought on harder. The Kreel could not comprehend it. They were predators who had never met prey that fought back harder. Now they had. 9. The Council's awakening. Months later, the Council convened again. This time, the chamber was filled not with mourning, but hope. Reports of human-led victories poured in. Systems once thought lost were liberated. A Sithrek Fanglord, once dismissive, rose to speak. His voice trembled. We thought them fragile. We thought them myth. But they are real. And they are the last hope. The chamber erupted in agreement. And I, who once doubted most of all, declared it for the record, let it be known. Humanity fights not for glory, but for survival. And because of that, they will win where we could not. 10. Final reflection. I am Vaynal, Speaker of the Galactic Council. I have seen fleets burn, worlds fall, and empires tremble. Yet I have never seen anything like the hunters of Earth. They laugh in the face of death. They rise from wounds that should kill. They turn fear into a weapon, loss into strength. The galaxy thought them myth. The Council thought them fragile. The Kreel thought them prey. We were all wrong. They are hunters. They are predators. They are humanity. And they are our last hope.